Yeah, give thanks. I want to just start off where Dr. Bernard ended by saying that I don't feel safe unless I burn my chalice before I hit the road. You know, to cut and clear and ensure that the meditation is correct. I'm going to further dabble in what is not my field, as you have suggested in your previous statements.
Dr. John
I am aware of
is from
research
the Center for Rastafari Studies here at the University of West Indies, out of the office of the principal
have
of
children
the
with
Mona
higher
campus.
APGAR scores, slightly lower birth weights, and also the mother gaining less weight throughout the period with easier birth. I'm aware of that research, and that would hold true for the Rastafari community. And I don't think there's any question about sperm motility within the Rastafari community as far as the evidence is concerned. Really and truly, what the conversation suggests is that there are lots of gaps in our knowledge and our perception and the currency of the research. And in a sense, we are fortunate in Jamaica to have been historically one of those populations that, if you label in a negative way, is chronic usage of ganja, but if you speak of in a more holistic way, is one of those populations where ganja's use is indigenous and routinized. It's a part of the landscape. Ganja first became criminal, or they started to criminalize ganja in Jamaica in 1913, where the importation was made illegal. And this occurred because ganja quickly became a part of the local pharmacopoeia. People were growing it and using it extensively. By 1924, the cultivation in Jamaica picked up to the point where that now was made illegal, and its illegality was driven by the fact that ganja, if left in the hands of the so-called peasant, made them independent. Jamaican peasantry took ganja into Latin America as we built the Panama Canal. Likewise, we took it into the UK at the time of migration. So in a sense, the Jamaican population has been one of the foremost users in the global sense, appreciating ganja as an aspect of the wellness. You know, this is a wellness forum. But the context is demystifying ganja, and I want to say that ganja began to be demystified in my life while I was still in high school at Wolmer's. The principal found a bag of ganja in a fourth form classroom and took this as an opportunity to bring a medical doctor in to speak to the entire fourth form. When that medical doctor was finished, I was certain that I would use ganja. He didn't present it in any way that was frightening. He suggested that in the way there are various substances that have become drugs as parts of persons' constitution. You know, you on hypertensive tablets for the rest of your life. You know, and doctors thrive off the ability to fabricate and prescribe this kind of drug. So, in a sense, the conversation about ganja has always been a political one. It has been a sort of us against them, establishment against the non-establishment. And the final thing that I would wish to say in that context is that as we move towards a different platform, we've not gone far enough. We've decriminalized ganja, and we have made legal limited cultivation. So that's where Jamaica differs in the scheme of those 10 countries that have legislations legalizing ganja. Jamaica is the only one that hasn't legalized the possession out of those countries. It's only legalized the cultivation. So transportation, sale, and possession are still issues before the law. In a sense, I agree with Minister Anthony Hilton, who earlier this year suggested that Jamaica has to be a part of a global leadership. I've gone many places where ganja is such a frightening thing. However, our own administration has been jolted by the conversations in the North Atlantic world, which is what we have to be guided by. So Europe and America are now relaxing the framework, so it's okay for us to have this conversation. Persons like Peter Tosh for over 40 years were clear, and we still don't reach that clarity that was suggested so long ago. The final point I want to make is one which connects ganja to the bigger conversation about reparation. Reparation is what we are seeing in front of us in various different gestures. The relaxation as it relates to ganja is an admission of the disempowerment of generations of peasants. And as we move into this framework, we have to have in front of us a conversation about reparations based on injuries caused by ganja. Thank you.
So what I'm talking about is thoughtful cultivation, thoughtful usage of the herb, and also looking at indigenous folk knowledge that we have here in Jamaica, which a lot of other countries don't have, but we've long used it. And it's not just Rastafari has used it. Our grandparents have used it, and our great-grandparents, and I would say even from slavery, it's been used. And I also want to throw out there that Africans have been using herb from ever since. It's not just the East Indian community who introduced herb to Jamaica. The Congolese introduced herb, the use of herb in Kumina practices which came from the Congolese tradition. Herb is used. So it's also indigenous to Africa, and we have to also realize that. So in our use of herb, it's coming from an African past and an African heritage. So I just leave it there. Give thanks.
As somebody who is in the creative field, as a painter, photographer, and studied people in music and so on, I am you heard Marley all the time talking about the inspiration he gets. And if you know his routine and his writing of music, I don't think you can separate them. But it's not Marley alone, but other singers, culture, have also talked about this. So this is an area of research that is part of the gap. By the way, just recently an article came out with some persons, scientists checking the pipes smoked by Shakespeare. Right? They still have the pipes, Shakespeare's pipe. And what they found is that there are traces of ganja. Shakespeare was smoking ganja. So I'm just looking at the relationship between ganja and creativity as an area of research. Right? We have done better in medicinal research, but even a lot more needs to be done. And we have done groundbreaking research on this campus here in the medical field of ganja. But research like the relationship between agronomy, the type of soil, and its impact on the nature and the content and the substance of ganja. So there are lots of research needs to be done in this area from a plant which across the globe has been recognized as a super plant, really.
Good day.
Good day.
I'd like to make just a few interventions here. The question that was raised about schizophrenia, I wonder if the panel is aware, and those who had made the postulation, of the research has been done where cannabis is actually being used to treat schizophrenia. And the other consideration of that is the consideration that many of the so-called effects of marijuana under a regime of illegality is perhaps the cause for some of these occurrences or effects, like the schizophrenia, for example, when you're in a situation where your peers are utilizing like yourself, and family situations are, you know, against it, and it puts you in a schizophrenic situation. The second question that I'd just like to raise to this Jamaican audience here is the consideration of Jamaica's role with the rest of the Caribbean. Being aware, of course, that Jamaica and Jamaicans are a part of a CARICOM commission that has been established to review the herb situation. I would just like to bring ones up to date in that sense on some of the work that is being done in the Eastern Caribbean. I am a member of both the CARICOM Review Commission, so-called, and an Antiguan commission that has also been established in Antigua and Barbuda for similar purposes. I've had a lot of misgivings with even the terms of references of both of those commissions in terms of their limitations, and I was able to suggest to the CARICOM Commission, which has only had one meeting and has been really dragging their feet in moving forward, to include the whole commercial, industrial potential and possibilities of the herb hemp cannabis. I'm also a member of Caribbean Cannabis Legalization Reform Coalition, which has been registered now in Trinidad and Tobago and has membership from Trinidad, St. Lucia, Dominica, Antigua, and have recently been approached, that Caribbean coalition, by Trinidad and Tobago, who have established a doctor to look into it, and that doctor has been referred to the St. Lucian brethren within the CCLRC. The Antigua also, in Antigua in 98, I from the Rastafari OfariBingi house mounted a constitutional motion in the OECS Supreme Court, which was heard before a Justice Benjamin, at which certain quite important considerations were accepted by the Justice Benjamin. We had conducting the case on in our instance was the QC Lord Gifford, yeah, the name escaped me for a moment, and also evidence to and testimony from the late Dr. Barry Chevans and from Dr. Fred Lamparts, who had suggested research that had been done here in Jamaica by Lamparts, including the whole question of pregnant mothers in controlled circumstances and otherwise. Currently before the courts in Dominica now, which would be the OECS Supreme Court also, is a case being brought by Rastafari legal consultant Raskasati, which is challenging the authorities' right to criminalize a natural production, a natural product, a God-given substance, as he's indicating that while you can legislate against rum, which is a manufactured substance, you cannot legislate against the sugarcane itself. And just in closing, just to underline Dr. Knife's postulation as regarding the receptors, and in one famous quote from this almost a Bible on the hemp, Rowan Robinson is the author, he states quite categorically, that the existence and the discovery of receptors within the human brain just negates the whole argument about whether or not it is meant for human use. Give thanks.
I came to Jamaica some years ago in molecular biology in Mandeville through the Jehovah's School, Seventh-day Adventist, as a professor in molecular biology, organic chemistry, and genetics. So I've been looking at this phenomenon because, as far as I can see, the cannabis, which is really a miracle herb, and from a religious perspective has perfect credentials, has been badly maligned by politicians and business people. And this is the whole history of it. If we look in the United Kingdom, where my formation is, at one time the British government paid people to grow cannabis for centuries. The same thing happened in the United States when the original British settlers went there. they were encouraged by the American government to grow cannabis. The point of splitting took place last century because of one businessman, William Randolph Hearst, who was an oil millionaire, a billionaire in fact. And Mr. Hearst was concerned because they found that the cannabis could be used to create smokeless fuel. This meant competition with his oil fields. So he used his vast influence to criminalize the herb, which became reinforced or ratified through Nixon as President of the United States, because he commissioned a study by some of the top scientists to show that the cannabis or marijuana was a terrible thing. They found the opposite. They showed him that it could actually cure cancer. The reports that I have, and I speak advisedly because I became a member in New York Academy of Sciences some years ago as a professor in Mandeville, accredited through Andrews University and Loma Linda. The information I got was that Richard Nixon threw a temper tantrum when he was handed a report and he read it, because he would lose vast revenues from the pharmaceutical industry. So basically it's as simple as that. These two demons, you know, the business field with the oil and the politicians, because they're concerned about the vast revenues from marijuana or whatever. These are real reasons for the criminalization of it. The phytocognitive arguments are nonsensical from my standpoint as a molecular biologist, geneticist, because when I look into it, just as Dr. Niaah has pointed out, there are actual cannabinoid receptors in the brain. So the entire biochemistry of the cannabis fits the human brain. In other words, it's a wonderful thing. You can use it as a marvelous therapeutic. The problem seems to me to be that children got into the act, and the liver of a teenager is not as mature as that of an older person. It cannot process at the same rate. It cannot process THC at the same rate. So because children got into it, they use this too as an argument against the herb, which, you know, it's terrible, because alcohol, they do not allow children to enter rum bars and so on, you know, to look at the Jamaican scenario. So why, it's a dereliction of duty on the part of parents that cause that argument. The whole point is that the liver processes at a certain rate, and it requires certain essential minerals, vitamins, and so on. If you don't have it in your liver, then you're going to take a hit. Once the liver takes a hit, the kidneys take a hit. Once the kidneys take a hit, the brain takes a hit. Hence your schizophrenia and all the rest of it. The other thing about schizophrenia is that when you examine that, because I was asked by Professor Fletcher to relate to community health and psychiatry, and years ago I was actually brought into collaboration by Professor Brendan Bain and also Dr. Thesiger, who was in charge of Ward 21. When we looked into it, the whole thing there is that what we're calling schizophrenia needs to be reinvestigated, because when people have certain revelations, and artists use it, I mean, to do beautiful paintings, is that a terrible thing? What we should be doing, what the doctor should be doing, is to study what it is that we actually call schizophrenia, and whether some aspects are not beneficial. Because what the cannabis does is to open the right half of the brain. The right half of the brain is the creative part, and in terms of physics, it opens a dimensional portal.
And this is where Elise never want to talk about, because she knows I'm going to mention it. Usain Bolt is a supreme being. Is an extraordinary person. Tell me if Usain Bolt don't fit the criteria of supreme. Come here, them talk about supreme ventures, you know. You don't talk about supreme venture. If it's supreme and you venture into it, it's something, you understand? So if that is a slogan for your company in Jamaica, and I go tell the world, I go tell the world, or I tell Jamaica, say, I, Mutabaruka, so this is nothing to do with RFM. Usain Bolt is a supreme being. Is an extraordinary person. And if you look in at the dictionary, looking at WhatsApp, what was or what them, looking at it and see what supreme being is, or what supreme is. And tell me if it don't fit Usain Bolt. So, if to me Usain Bolt is a supreme being, and to me PJ Patterson a supreme being, what would be more fitting to look at a supreme being and carry him symbolically to the youth them, not just on the television, but when you pass somewhere, you can't see him. It's like when people, me I tell you man, Europeans have it pat man, Europeans have it pat. Them put up statues of them people, all murderers and thieves. Them put up statues of them, you know. A whole heap of criminal, European criminal, we name street and road and highway and byway half of them criminal people that will come do all sorts of things to Jamaica, you know. Remember, say Paul Bogle was a criminal, you know. Paul Bogle was a criminal. And if Paul Bogle was alive today, would still be a criminal. Yet still, Paul Bogle statue, Paul Bogle is celebrated in a Heroes Park. So, me I say, non-apologetically, based up of what me see over the years with Usain Bolt, and based up of what me understand the word supreme being to mean, me I put Usain Bolt in another category there. So, me don't know how the religious people them feel about it. Because we don't want associate supreme being continuously with something that we think about all the while. Remember I say supreme being. I never say him is the. Because if you say the, you mean say only, you know. You make it definite. Me know little English language, you know. If you do me talk them way up on the radio, me know little English language and me drop my H and put into the my S and all that something. Me know little English language. Me say, if I did say the, I think people that want to quarrel with me because you know religious people have this supreme being. I say indefinitely. I say indefinite. I say Usain Bolt is a supreme being because you have other supreme beings in Jamaica. You have other supreme beings in Jamaica. So don't get the thing twisted when you hear me say that. Don't get the thing twisted because we know what I say. Looking at a dictionary for the word supreme and tell me if me wrong when it associate with Usain Bolt. Yeah, we are talking about Usain Bolt and we're not going to come and fight because we are say, yeah, you know what I mean, like he's an extraordinary human being. Without a doubt, he's an extraordinary human being. And today, cement that. And I don't know which Jamaican would say him is not an extraordinary person. So I say, if him is an extraordinary person, because the word supreme means extraordinary. It's ironic. It's like when you use a revolution. When people say, why we need a revolution, you know, most people think about go burn down place, you know. And the word revolution just means change. That's all it means, you know. Revolution means change. So you can see how words conjure up certain thinking because you paint a picture in it when you hear the word and you identify certain physical manifestation when you hear certain word. You understand? So when a man says supreme being, if you're religious in your thinking, you're going to say, so when Muta try to say, you see in a God? I would never say not about no God because you have many gods too. Yeah, even God, in the Bible says there's many gods. God said, thou shalt have no other God but me. That means say give credence that there's other gods, you know, but you must have no other God but him. So it's the same thing now. When we say supreme being, I want to jump on my back and I say, you Mutabaruka cut up and ready to talk about Usain Bolt a God. I mean, never say nothing about no God. You understand? So we just want to get that clear. And speaking of supreme being and God, Mandela's grandson accused of rape, granted bail. One of Nelson Mandela's grandson accused of raping a 15-year-old girl was granted bail in South Africa court on Tuesday. Judge Peter De Bassis granted bail of 7,000 rand, nearly $540, as the man showed little emotion sitting in the accused dock. The 24-year-old is accused of raping the teenage girl at a Johannesburg area restaurant and raping her in a Johannesburg area restaurant. You can't rape somebody in a restaurant. No, trust me. We have rape her on the table, round the counter. I mean, which part in the toilet? Him waiting, she's going to tell him go in there. I mean, anyway. In Grantil Bay, the judge said there was a reasonable prospect that a trial could end in an acquittal. What? When the thing started, they might say it go to acquittal. Yeah, man. Mandela is one of them. According to white people, supreme being, very extraordinary. Just that, you know, it's simple. It's just amazing how when you use words, how it conjure up certain thinking in a people's head, and them never really examine the word outside of them narrow-mindedness. You understand? Okay. Well, all right. We just remember we have to go work that out first. But go play this tune there. Let's go data give me this tune there. I want to play it, you know. Okay. We hear when name Damian Crawford for the TV the other night I defend him argument when him say, you see in the come, me burn out in the come. Hey, that's why it's easy, you know. I say, you know what I'm saying? Him say when him talking to certain people, him use a certain kind of language. You understand? I say, you know, say hypocrite about the place, you know. Because him not really into it, you know, but when him talking to certain people, him into certain kind of language. So when him talk to when him talk to dirty labor right and plywood comrade, him talk a certain way, him say, boy, right, them a burn out in the come because him a say in the come is the cause why so much police they are caught. So we're wrong with that. Then if the man them is indicted or not indicted, but if the man them is suspected of doing something wrong against the citizens of Jamaica, you think the police can investigate police? It's a madness that. And when I say, me not say Indicom is the way, but me I say it's the first way by your the killing where we did have last year and the year before with police. Last year every month me have to read out one who police kill. I want every people to remember. Last year every 2-3 months me have to name out George Thompson killed by police. O'Brien killed by police. I mean I say about weird. This we are going to Jamaica. Now the killing of people is lessened, and Damian Crawford wanted to appear that because the police them don't want to get in trouble with Indicom. Which is good. It is good that because them don't want to get in trouble with Indicom, less killing of innocent Jamaican people is happening. I don't see nothing wrong with that. But then Bunting have the same view too. Bunting have the same view about this Indicom thing because it has stifled the police force from doing them work accurately. You mean say like the security will shot the man in his foot. If it was a police, I tell you know, if it was a police fire that shot there, the man dead. I tell you. You know, to the security part YouTube I say, oh, I'm me shot him now. Yo, man look some. You never see him? Mm-hmm. You never see the security? The security department, yo, I'm me shot him now. Oh, hey, watch out. Me look a razor pay from the people, you know. And me look a job from the police force, you know. Yeah, man, yo, you see me? Click it.
Good afternoon. I am Cherie Hay with the local and international headlines. Education Minister Reverend Ronald Thwaites has urged tertiary institutions to allow students to pay their tuition in installments. He says no student should be disadvantaged because of their financial situation, especially if they are qualified to attend the institution. He stated that in many places around the world, university students have been able to attend college part-time and work in order to pay the fees. Reverend Thwaites was speaking at the Sagicor Scholarships Award ceremony at the Pegasus Hotel in Kingston this morning. Plans are afoot to ease the problem of inadequate burial space in St. Catherine. The St. Catherine Parish Council says it has identified and cleared 10 acres of land in Churchpen, Old Harbour, for expansion of the Churchpen Cemetery. The Parish Council has spent about $17 million to clear the section of land and erect a perimeter fence. The council says the Old Harbour Bay Cemetery, Number 5 Cemetery and the Churchpen Cemetery are all full. In news overseas, the bodies of between 20 and 50 migrants have been found in a lorry abandoned in a motorway lay-by near the Austrian border with Hungary. Austrian police say they think the people inside were already dead when the truck crossed into Austria. The lorry has been towed away for forensic examination. The grim find comes as a summit focusing on migration takes place in the Austrian capital, Vienna. Finally, China has accused 11 government and port officials of negligence over the massive explosions that killed 139 people in Tianjin earlier this month. It remains unclear whether they have been taken into custody. However, 12 company executives have now been formally detained. The August 12 chemical explosions sent a huge fireball into the sky and destroyed hundreds of homes. Those were the local and international headlines. You can go online to irfm.net to view the stories. Like us on facebook.com/irfm news and follow us on Twitter at irfm_news. Major news is next at 5:45. From the IRFM newsroom, I am Cherie Hay.
The Art of War. So we're going to play this tune now. We're going to play, you know. All right. Them lady flames, you know, which I say, but it's all like joke, you know, and a foreigner good all I hear that, and I say, is she talking about the police? My God, you know, but a police shut up about in Jamaica, and everything what she say, something goes so. Believe you me, everything what she say, something goes so. You that never know say police shut up about. No, it's amazing. It's amazing. So when we hear Bunting and Damian against the Intercom now, and we know say the people them not have no redress other than that now to investigate the police force. And it's really sad that you have to have something to investigate the police force. You know, things because it's a police. Because when me a youth, me don't want to police, you know. Yeah, man. Most youth, in my age group, most youth when them a little, them say, what you want to say? You want to a police, or you want to a doctor, or you want to a fire brigade man. That's how we call them, fire brigade man, you know. So, and that was our ambition. Now, me, there's no way in my mind that when me talk about police, would I think in my mind, robber, rape, druggies. Would I never think about that. And since me grow big, you know. And since me grow big, me come really, it's like when me a youth and me hear about homosexual. When me never even know that word, I since me grow big, me know about homosexual. But you know what we call them, you understand? But when me a youth and me hear that, you know, me just a bit tough as, you know, I don't know, because you used to know every community, even at the ghetto, have a little guy down there, you understand? Every community, nobody know. And when me grow big, me talk about left high school, me know say, that man actually fish and chips business workout. Me don't understand. Like lollipop thing and with man. You know what I mean? Like me never know them things possible in my life. Me never know them things like happen. Up since me grow big so me I tell you the truth, you know. As a matter of fact, in my early Rasta years, I hear about man. Like Montego Bay, like you used to say, hey, you think me a man, gay guy come from Montego Bay, and you think like your mind about it, but you not think so deep. Really deep. You not think so, because you said that's not possible. And now just come like, and you look on TV and you hear people that talk about it and it just come normal. It's like a normal thing now. Say, gays are gays, you know what I mean? That's a different lifestyle, you know, being really. All woman. Me never know say two woman. You know, me can't perceive, me can't conceive that in my mind. You know what I mean? But at the same thing, with police, me never know say, you have police. Until me big as so, tell me a Rasta as so. Me never know say you have police who that stop you on road and demand money from you. And since me grow big, me know that. And since me grow big, me know say you have police we tell lie. Me never know say police tell lie. You have to show me look on police, you know. Me look on police like, you know, yeah, them people that descended from the Lord, you know. And, you know, them in a uniform. And you have to respect the uniform and them thing there. You know, and them used to have baton, them used to call it. You have baton, this big wood, and them I walk around the big wood about the place. It's like, yeah, you know. And I lick people with the big wood. I say, but wait. And where the police them, first of all, when you go to school, your teacher used to have cane. The teacher used to have cane, you know. And it's a little fine cane where teacher used to beat you with. When we used to go to Wesley School on a Rosemary Lane, you did have a teacher named, the headmaster named Mr. Art. And when him carry you going in your office, you know, and you do something, him say, touch your toes and take your blows. And when the cane now work, him have a strap him called the rattler snake, you know. You see when him hold you and lick you across your back with that, and you stink on your back. Me I tell you something, you think you could have do that now? You think Eddie Headmaster could have talked about him a lick picnic with rattler snake across him back? When you go into the classroom and go in him next and draft, he might speak. You know, see something else. A different time now. But me never know say you have police. When me used to see police I walk down the road with them baton in them hand and I swing it. You know, red seam policeman and all them things. Me used to say, me can't even conceive in my thinking, in my mind, the police do them thing there. So when you hear the daughter sing them thing there, trust me, a reality shall deal with. Trust me, real. And for those of you who is normal Jamaican, you know say it's reality shall talk about. never see them transfer a whole heap of police from a central police station yesterday. Because them a find, say, the prisoner, you so much cell phone, them, you so much cell phone, them take off from the prisoner, them on TV. And ganja, we know all them things for a long time, you know. I don't like say it's a news thing, but them say them transfer with the police because the amount of cell phone and ganja and thing will reach over the wall in the prison there, in central and them thing there. It's unbelievable. So them transfer the man them to make the thing work more like how them want it work. Cell phone, you know how much time man call me from prison with cell phone? Enough time I talk to prisoner, like same day road. I remember the prisoner, the brethren were say him did there for 15 years of murder, and him come out now and him say when him there prison, him used to secure prisoners to go up on the road weekend. And I love that brethren they call me back, you know. Him used to secure the prisoner them to go up on the road on weekend, go check them girl and go stone love and all them really and come back. But as long as them come back. You understand? So it's not like a thing. So we know say you have whole heap of man have cell phone in a prison. As me I say, enough call me get from prison. The boy moved things rough down here and why I come down here. As a matter of fact, I go down a Spanish Town prison next week, you know. Yeah, you go to?
I carry me.
Yeah, me must carry you. No man, if you want to come, you can come, man, but me not carry you. What you talk about, man? You don't have car. You have car, man. No, me I go down there for you, you know. Anyway, what me I say is that when we listen to Damian and what name Bolt..Ganja, the divine one there, attack. I say, what are them people Rasta? You need, for instance, look how the policeman shoot the pregnant woman, and at 2 times them do it in St. Thomas, you know. Police shot a little girl in her car one night. I think immaculate she go, and her mother was looking very to great things from her little picnic. And nobody know that. Only the police and the people that move in the car know where we're going. So you have to have investigation. You think that the police them were dead there, I go tell you say. And not, well you think that them now I go tell you say the little girl did have gone in the car too, you know, and the police did have them fire back. You remember the big inspector them where the police them fire shot in and the two them well trained to why them never dead. I wonder if people remember that some police attack a car, I think a Waymo driver or some around there so, and bust shot in the car, and when them realize it, some police them a fire shot after big inspector man them too. I don't know where them a come from. It's like you're not supposed to drive them say boy 2 people supposed to be on road a light, you know. Police are thief. Me a police, who you be? You saw no. Because if don't lay out the thing already, you know. Him don't let us say police and thieves supposed to dip on the road them hours a night there. Me a police, who you be? You can't tell him say you're police. Can I say you're a person that police and shoot you? As we talk about that, you know, Jamaica's recorded just under 800 murders in almost 8 months. 100 murder per month according to the average or so. Figures obtained by the Gleaner show that 775 persons were reported killed, and up to Monday, which is Monday we're gone, a 20% increase when compared with the 643 murders reported over the corresponding period last year. Mr. Bunting, you need to go to church more regular because you ask for divine intervention and the thing I get worse. It I get worse. The Jamaica Constabulary Force recorded 1,005 murders last year, a 16% decline when compared with the 1,197 recorded the previous year. Not that you see me confused about this talking, you know. When you keep putting it to the year we're gone before. So if the year we're gone before increase, you say, why right now we're not doing something right. Now, last year, Bunting was saying, well, you know, because of certain things we put in place, see the crime rate gone down by 16%, and everybody hear what him said. Everybody will hear what him said. Come about the tape as well. I can't play the tape. When him say there was a decline, 16% decline last year in murders, and him feel good, yeah. Give him a razor pay. And guess what now? And him say it's because of things we put in place. Plus divine intervention, because of last year them time I'm asking divine intervention, you know. This year now, in a 8 month, 800 murder. So what happened to the thing with them they put in place last year? What happened to the thing with them put in place last year, plus the divine intervention? I don't understand that. Can't talk to them. And then we hear lady, Sister P tell you, say, gear up, you know. Election is near. You think that she easy. I know they say Sister P I get fat though, you know. But yeah, she get fat. I don't know if my TV a widescreen, but TV. So me I look at Sister P and say, what? Sister P just up in some. I think I went them to have the opening at the Confucius Park. Upper Hope Garden. She dressed up like a Japanese, a Chinese, you know. And her ear have the same look to it. Just that she don't have the color, but her ear and everything really looking nice. But I noticed she put on weight. Sister P, watch it, you know. I used to see her run upstairs and all them things, then I love to see her keep running up the stairs them. Because you know you don't fall down. So I don't want you put on a whole heap more weight. You understand? Keep running up the stairs them. And don't watch them. I don't want you run down the stairs though, you know. Believe you, I don't want you run down the stairs. I tell you run up the stairs. Don't run down the stairs. You understand? But I don't know if she not keeping track of what is going on in the country or what. Or she's so working that in touch get lost by a certain way. But 800 murder in a 8 month. That sound like we're at war with one another, you know. Yeah, man. And this is what them said. This is 16. This is wait there. 20% increase when them compare it to last year. I don't know why them keep on do this thing. Them compare the thing to something that is terrible. It's like you have worse. You have worse Wasara. And you compare the Wasara to the worst. Like say the worst is not bad. You know, that don't make no sense to me. I don't know if I'm me, but if something worse, and according to how we talk, something Wasara, you got to try to show me, you know, say, the Wasara thing is something where you must feel good about because I mean, the last year one was good because it wasn't Wasara. But when you compare the one last year, it was worse than the one the year before, according to what this reporter said. What they must do is look at what it was before independence. Compare it to before independence. And I keep saying it to that 3 years now, I say it on a program, I know. If you want to tell me that something is happening in terms of crime in Jamaica, tell me, say, the crime rate gone down to Agina did it, so yeah. Tell me, say, the crime rate gone down to pre-independence, before independence. But I want to tell you something. The other day, Mr. Bo, I don't want to delve on this argument for too long, you know, but I have to say something else about it. The other day, the minister said, crime is not crime increase. Crime, as a matter of fact, crime gone down, but the murder rate gone up. So the crime has not fluctuated. The crime gone down, but murder gone up. So I don't know if you might use murder as the name of a person. Because I really like find out if murder. And logically, you could say that. Technically, you could say, well, you know, crime really not gone up. It's murder gone up. It's not really crime gone up. It's murder gone up. Technically, you could have said that. But given what we say in our society here, I would have prefer a man rob a woman and run away with our money than rob her and kill her. So the contention of Jamaicans now is not crime don't gone up, it's murder gone up. And if you can't stop the murder, trust me, go and rob as you want to rob. You don't see it. Anyway, you what I'm saying now. Because I think this is a way of rectifying the argument about crime gone up. It's not crime gone up. Yeah, this is the Steppn Razor on IRFM. There we go. On the line we have IFE.
If you search for tenderness, it isn't hard to find. You can have the love you need to live. But if you search for truthfulness, you might as well be blind. It always seems to be so hard to give. Honesty is such a lonely word. Everyone is so untrue. Honesty is hardly ever heard. And mostly what I need from you. I can always find someone to say they sympathize if I wear my heart out on my sleeve. I don't need some pretty face to tell me pretty lies.
Yeah, the brethren talking about honesty. Yeah, we don't need some more honesty, as we are saying. Power of love over the love of power. The power of love over the love of power. Steppn Razor. Yes, brethren.
Yes, Muta, give thanks.
Why your ear supposed to hurt you? With the lag,
I wonder
lag
why.
No, true, you have the phone that your ears so lag.
Yeah, well, that's true, you know, and just I never work with no earphone.
Yeah.
But, and at the moment, in that Parish Council office, but me still have to take time out, you know.
Why in a Parish Council office, though? Why you get busy, you know? Or you get so busy,
even
man?
though we get the permit from the minister to the event November, but we still have to apply to the local, to the Parish Council in Westmoreland, and to the superintendent, you know.
So it's a whole heap of rigmarole you go. So tell me about this permit thing I know with the government and all them something. Because it look like it take an extra length of time for it.
Yeah, well, it take a time, it take a long time because when...
No, first of all, we have to tell the people them so we are talking about ganja and all them something like. I'm going to never tell the people them what we are talking about. We are talking about a ganja thing we're supposed to go on in a Negril. And that relates to an international...
An event, an event called Rastafari Roots Fest, hosting High Times Cannabis Cup, showcasing Rastafari authenticity in food and music and ganja.
Yeah.
You know?
With special emphasis on ganja. Special emphasis on ganja.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then now you say High Times, where's the World Cup? Where's the High Times, what?
Yeah, High Times Jamaica and World Cup, where, you know, herb grown by Jamaican people will enter a cup.
Okay. Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and when I say enter a cup, entry different herb, and it will be tested.
All of that is Jamaican. All of that is Jamaican. The herbs them. The herbs them will be Jamaican.
Yeah. Authentic Jamaican growers. And we have a next cup that people from outside can get them herb grown inside of Jamaica.
Okay.
Cup. But no herb will be imported into
Jamaica. That is beautiful.
To participate in the competition.
Oh, so it's all herbs from Jamaica you talk about. Yeah. Anyway the man them will plant herbs in Jamaica, them can come and enter it.
Yeah.
All right. So how much herbs you have to enter the cup? How much herbs you have to bring to enter?
Well, normally I ask maybe between a quarter pound.
No, but you don't know. It's so like you don't know.
To a half
pound,
normally.
Right?
But what will be tested is in Grant Farm.
No, wait there. Suppose a man grow some ganja in a St. Thomas and he might travel to Negril for enter it. How much herbs is required for him to enter the cup itself? Because we don't want him to travel with the herbs and they use
a half pound.
So half pound is not half pound, no over there.
No, but here we have no motor. Special armband will be given.
To the people them who...
To people who traveling with herbs to enter the competition, special armband will be given to the patron of the event. Special armband will be given to individuals going to the event and will be having herb to sell, you know.
All right, so the people them who are come from St. Thomas with them herb and St. Ann now, how them going to get them armband you know? Who them apply to forget it?
Well, them connect I and I down there, so, you know, Jamaica with
No, we don't say down here, so you
telephone, can contact you by email, and we'll make sure that the armband are made available in Kingston.
No, I have you. Hold on there. You say them can contact we. Who is we? Who them must contact really? Who them contact to get the armband and what is the requirement to enter the ganja thing? What is it?
Muta.
Yes, sir.
You contact I.
Who is I? I who?
I have your contact I at 4049776. 7997577. You can contact Tristan Thompson at 3310075. And as time goes on, more numbers will be made available and can contact.
All right, so what is
at this moment and can call any of them 2 numbers.
So what is the requirement now that the farmer should have to enter this competition?
The requirement is that simple, you grow good herb and you make an application, we have the application form available. And you say what category you enter in, whether it's sativa, whether it's indica, whether it's oil, right, whether it's any form of flowers, but different categories.
Okay. And is the man from High Times that go judge it?
We are not only people from High Times, but High Times, you know, with them scientific equipment, with their part.
Okay.
At the judging panel, but they have local GA people, you know.
Yeah. All right. So the day of the event now is where you're going to have this judging, and where them win, where you win?
Well, it's a once your strain is declared as the winning strain. And you get a trophy. But the good thing about it is that automatic your strain become marketable internationally where people start compete to buy it. You understand me?
That is come by it when them free up the marketable part of it.
Yeah, but people have them ways, man. Once they want something, if they want to get in the US, most of them get it. If they want to get in Europe, they won't get it.
Yeah, but we want something where go through the right procedure that you don't find the man a plant him ganja and when him ready now, police take it from him.
Well, like I said, the good thing about it, once you're trained winning whatever categories, you can automatically open up market for your product. Whether you're dealing with oil, whether you're dealing
wait there. No, when I ask you, say, if it open up a market, that means, say, suppose a man they right on the compound and say, why, this is since you win, would I order like 500 pounds of your herb to make some medical thing in a Colorado, you know. How the man they are going to go about now getting it into Colorado when you know it's illegal for export?
Well, right now, Muta, the reality is U.S. government now allow marijuana to come inside of them countries.
Yeah.
Right?
That means that the marketable thing not hold no water then. If you say if you win, you will be able to market the things outside of Jamaica.
No, well, it wouldn't be left upon the individual donor to get him things in Colorado. It would be left on who in a Colorado want the man thing to get them things in a Colorado. But the point is, Mutan, is that his product will automatically give him a hold for market. And that's the reality.
Wait. Let me get something clear. I win this thing. Mutabaruka plant some roads and go there and win, right? A man come to him and say, boy, it's true you win now. would I like going out business with you? Forget it in a Colorado or Uruguay or, you know, in the White House or so. All right. So now,
Mutan,
yeah.
don't make a think about US at the moment.
Yeah, but the US the market.
How it can be utilized in a Jamaica.
No, but I
don't want to stop in a the reason, but I could think about the fact that soon and very soon, right? Because license will be given to companies, to individuals to manufacture products.
Yes, but you have to go market it in Jamaica.
Companies will want to know a source where them can get good raw material.
Yeah, in Jamaica.
Right. So
the company them in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is one of the ways now how an individual product could be utilized right in Jamaica.
So we're not dealing with a foreign market then, we're dealing with Jamaica.
At the moment.
Oh, at the moment. All right. And that's what
foreign markets are going about, you know. But it's not going about to the US because US need no to try to protect them industry.
Yeah, and you can't export ganja.
We don't need to try to protect our industry.
Yeah, and it's illegal to export ganja.
It is illegal to export herb, especially, right now.
Yeah, all right. So that means
but byproduct, there will be market, international market for the byproducts of herb.
Okay. All right. Next thing I know, I could find out now about this thing we are in a Negrilla now. We are talking about the whole event and whole heap of people that come down from all over the world. Because you know, say Jamaica, ganja, you know, and like now it kind of drawing people. I mean, real herbs man, money man, I come now with them thing November, according to what we are here. All right. So now, what going to happen at that thing? What going to happen at the event? I mean, apart from the gold, the cup high times cup thing, what going to happen at that event?
All right. Well, at the event, naturally, there are the seminars, right? So some of the seminars will be focused on Rastafari. Some of the seminars will be focusing on marijuana, like, you know, the medicinal aspect of herb, the edibles, the byproducts that can come from it. We have workshops, you know, in terms of how best to grow your product and them type of thing, you know.
Okay, and so this is happening a 1 day or 2 day? How it go?
No, man, a 4 day go to seminars.
Okay, 4 days.
4 days.
Oh, so it's a whole week thing.
Then on the 13th and on the 14th now, we're going to have 2 shows, 2 reggae shows at NXT, where, you know, just Rasta artists, cultural artists, but, you know, just good cultural music, good conscious music.
All right, so taking into consideration, say, the I always working with Higher FM on this project now. Would I expect, say, exclusively I just Higher FM you work with right now?
No, well, IRFM, we come sit in with IRFM, reason other certain things to get implemented. But naturally, Muta, IRFM is the radio station that I and I have been relating to all over the years. IRFM is the radio station that has been supporting I, you know, especially with the Definitely,
yeah.
So, you know, we come to IRFM and we reason with them already just to implement the program. But there's no other station that we could have put above IRFM in terms or in relationship to events like these, you know?
Okay. So we just want to clarify that because, you know, say, we don't hear no other radio station around the thing like, IRFM run it, you know?
No.
Is it really weird to hear IRV?
We relate to best and we relate to other stations, but...
You know, when I say no, it's not really hard to hear that IRV, who most of the time when you hear IRV voice, IRFM you hear it, pan. And when when an international thing like this come up, you hear say, I'm not put no water in my mouth, you know, me hear say it's all another radio station as the exclusive right that IRFM can do. Don't even think it.
No,
I'm corrupt, my mind corrupt, man. My mind corrupt. Pardon me if my mind corrupt.
No, I have decided.
No, me know I have it. Me know say I have it better.
Wait, no, Musa. You don't throw away a stick And you don't burn your bridges behind you, you know?
Yeah. But you know, say you have a bigger guy up there named...
exposure that IFM has given the Rastafari community and the black struggle movement, there's no question. No other radio station has given that.
But you know of another outside influence, which is High Times. And High Times don't understand the dynamics.
No. Look here. High Times don't run things with we down there in the mountain.
Yeah, we run things with High Times.
Yeah, and in the first place, High Times is honest enough and respectful enough.
Yes.
That they have to work with us down here.
I love to hear that.
You understand me?
Yes.
They have to work. In other words, they must take instruction from we when it comes to Jamaica situation.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. We couldn't have it no other way.
No.
All right.
We're not set out and we're not bow out and you know what I mean?
That's why I say me I work with the eye. That's why me as an individual I'm a bridging them at the eye we I work with. And we want to see it work. We are tell that non-apologetically, we are tell that publicly say IRV this thing we are going in is you we are work with. Me talk about me as an individual and Mutabaruka we are talk about. You understand?
Yeah, man. No, Muta and I couldn't allow no outer forces, right, to come in and dictate to I and I.
All right.
They couldn't afford that. See?
So the date them set already then?
Yeah, the date then set already.
Remind me of the date. Remind me of the date.
Added activities, but
remind me of the date. The 13th?
The 12th to the 15th
12, 13, 14, 15. 4 days.
Yeah, 4 days worth of activities.
And they have 2 nights a show?
We have 2 nights a show, the 13th.
And the 14th.
And the 14th.
Yeah.
And we have, people like Lucy, Jabuk,
we don't call about the artists them yet. Me could seal up the artist thing first before we start about it. Because the post told me the most important part told me is not the show. It's really we are going in a Long Beach.
Yeah, it's a seminar. The show is just an additional thing.
Yeah, so where we are saying now that we give thanks because we have to move.
Yeah, I'm just say this quickly to you, right?
Yeah.
Because me go Colorado and see the level of science and technology with which American approach this marijuana industry, see? Most of the people down in Jamaica, them don't have no what going on this international ganja industry.
Yeah.
So something like this now will help expose the people.
Of course. Yeah.
The level of science and technology where
and CNN and all them man they go run come down here to see really what is this Jamaica thing where them are really excited over.
Yeah, people will come from all over the world.
That is more exposure.
Especially when it comes to Jamaica.
Yes. All right, give thanks, Bridget.
Ganja and Rasta is something that got together.
Give thanks, Bridget. We have to move, yeah?
Yeah, man, I give thanks.
Yeah. As it go on progress, we can't really talk about it because we not let it go.
Come again.
No, say, as it go on to nearer to the time, we can't talk about it.
Yeah, man, because we do a press launch Monday, so we make you know. All
right, blessed.
Rastafari.
Yeah, that was IRV from, same Westmoreland Hemp and Ganja Farmers Association. It is part and parcel of this event that will be taking place in November. Just Ganja and Rasta, just simple Ganja and Rasta, and it's about interjection of science and technology in it. Yes, but I mean the youth them have some nice talk in here, boy. I mean I tell you, I feel young, man. my program manager said me 17, and I know me believe it, because me talk to some older people that mean them are 20 years old. I'm still there 17 and me I relate to them, so that's why when I go out there I feel so young, because when me are in IRFM I say appear all people me them monks. You understand? Okay. So I will probably part of the program I know. Where were they? Okay, all right. Next argument I know. So we could play this. No, we have played this. Wait there. We could figure it out. The advertisement them so much now that the conversation so steep and deep that we forget what me go do. You can't say me I'm not really good journalist, this job because we just do anything. All the time we don't do on the radio. Okay, all right, at least me not gonna play. Here goes. Ibamar. This is the Steppn razor, the art of war.
There's no time for hesitating. I have waited all my life for this moment. and be strong. I never be afraid, stay closer to the leader. Yes, I listen, I say is the first, not the grim reaper. Woe begins to the man who take counsel against the king and try to feed the devil in his grave. The Lord said, my son, sit at thy right hand and receive your blessing, boy. Conscious awakening. There's no time for hesitating. Yes, I have waited all my life for this moment to liberate, repatriate, and be strong. The most I reigns, let the earth be glad, and the rivers and seas rejoice. Yes, I know all the time is near, so I wait. Yes, I wait, for us to hold hands and walk, yes, conscious awakening.
Yes, I have a man coming through. This is the Steppn Razor. You know, so much things are happening in Jamaica, you know, that it kind of mind-boggling. You know, every week we hear a next politician come out and talk some very derogative thing about either people or other of his colleagues. You know, I mean, like, a long time it go on, you know, but we know, say, give me the place where we in now, or the time where we in now. It kind of weird. That's why I say no. But you know, look when I talk about police, I never know say police thief. When I pick me, I couldn't think that in my mind about police. If you tell me say police were thief things are tell lie. Look, you me look on police. I would say why make you tell lie on the police? And I grow big and now come realize why I tell you some lie. You know, say a policeman stop me upon the Usain Bolt highway. And then say, Mota, what happened to you now? I say, I don't say nothing to me, no, you stop me. I say, boy, Mota, boy, the thing smelling as strong. I say, where you smelling? I say, the thing smelling as strong. A ganja, the man that about, you know, me who not carry ganja, that I care no time at all, you know, not even a seed. And that's a lie to me, you know. Him not smell nothing, him just want, the money him a try draw for me. But, of recently we say politicians in Jamaica, it's like a trend now where them use terminologies and derogative terms for either to themselves or to the people. So we hear about like dirty labor right. We hear about if you touch the queen, you go dead. We hear about relic, irrelevant relic. We hear about drunkro. We say finger push up, middle finger push up in a year against the people them. I mean, and it goes, list goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Now, in a Jamaica, you know, you expect all like a me, you know, to say certain things. And I don't think say, I think say politician and preacher in Jamaica, you hold them on a higher level. And then radio man too. Me and Bob Clark attack before the program. I say, yeah, radio people is held at a certain level where you're supposed to be a certain decorum about you, where you know say when people hear you talk, them know say well it's supposed to go. Anyway. You know, so when I listen to all the matter of fact, I play it because Jamaican people, even though them go like them not conservative in a very freaky way. I don't know if you can conservative and be freaky at the all right, I can tell you like what me I talk about now. When I say conservative but freaky, in them conservativeness, man like Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a conservative who kind of freaky. Him is not a Democrat. Him is very capitalistic in I'm thinking, but him is not one of them ordinary capitalists who don't open him mouth. And when him open him mouth, even him own people them seem not to want to agree with what I say. I feel say him say it in a very too harsh. That's what I call now where you say you're conservative. Well, Jamaican stay that way there, you know. Jamaican stay that way like Donald Trump, you know. Them behave conservative, but them freaky. You understand? Like, yeah, they're really freaky for true. So you say a man a go on like, or a girl a go on like, or a daughter a go on like, or this a go on like, but when you really check them, trust me. All right. So when I expect politicians to say certain things, but nowadays we see politicians that say anything. So we want to play the latest politician we say something where make the people them after wonder is where going in Jamaica. Because we hear Damian Crawford say, when him among certain people, him talk a certain way. In other words, if you're amongst ghetto people, you start to say, you see me. But if you're amongst your uptown people, then you say, you know, you start to talk a certain kind of way, you know. Instead of you say, like, would you want to go with me? You say, would go to me. Would go and go with me. So you say, go with me. Instead of, would you want to go with me? That is sometimes normal, but then no, he's a politician, you see. You know, your jacket and tie. You know, you go to university and you say certain things. So you don't want to, like, when you go amongst certain people, you can't talk like when you're the uptown. Like the people, them don't understand what you say. Because the uptown people, them not more don't understand what you say. Like when you say, born in the come. If you go uptown with that, you know. A man I say, you Damon Crawford want to go burn down the building, down in the come. You understand? But if you go downtown and talk like how you talk uptown, the people, them are going to understand what you say. That is the weirdest thing about it. Uptown people no understand the downtown language. Downtown people understand the uptown language, even though them not talk it. Them not talk it, you know, but them understand it. So when you go uptown now and you talk certain way, people say, okay, what that you say? But when you go downtown now and talk like, with Jamaica, they say, oh, you talk like Risto, so. Yeah, Risto, oh, you talk so to me. Them understand what you say. Take it.
Careless fathers and loose mothers have no place in the teaching profession. This is not Ronnie preaching the Sunday sermon or the Sabbath sermon on a Wednesday. It is a clear statement of utilitarian and practical value in the society. People of the JTA, unless we fix our family life, we are not going to achieve the standards of development that we want in this country.
All right. Nobody can disagree with that, you know. I don't disagree with them, I say. That the breakdown of the society can be traced back to the breakdown of the family in Jamaica. And there are certain mothers and fathers that are not taking responsibility for them children. They need to shuffle up. You understand? Because we are going, I mean, you can't have children on the road 1 o'clock in the morning, a pick up buckle, a dance. The weirdest thing about it, I'm going to keep repeating this and I don't know if people vex with me, you know. Dodos, the same man with them extradite there, we never have no criminal record at Jamaica. It's ironical, they never have a criminal record at Jamaica. I didn't bring down a whole prime minister. And now him have a next set of people now. I sit down nearly for a year now. I try to figure out certain things. Dodos make law in a Tivoli where say, picnic not supposed to be on the road after 8 o'clock. And guess what? It maintains itself. Mr. Zeeks, when the people them are sell, you know, long, the Kingston mayor try to get the people off of the road. You know, how much time police are trying to get people off of the road. Then put up on all sign on Princess Street, no vending. And it's like people just ignore it. And you hear the people them don't know. Them have the tarpaulin and then spread upon the road. And them have them have hardware, PLS, supermarket, upon the thing, you know. And you see when them hear the police are come, boom, them wrap it up and run. I don't know if people remember a long time ago, before that program, we did have a sister where we personally go check a 1 foot data. And the reason why I get interested in the data, you know, that I stand up down Princess Street. And somebody say, police! And I see data grab a cat. I don't remember how many people remember when we talk to her, you know. And I go help her to, you know, the data grab the cat and I run down Princess Street. 1 foot, you know. Young data to, you know, 1 foot. All right, now. I go to her and I say, you know, say, oh, you do that? I mean, this and that. And, you know, I go to somebody down at the mayor office and go get a space right now because she used to sell. Me used to go buy cane down there for go mill it before me I plant my own cane. And me see her and me say, look here, you know, so I'm going to make sure so you get a space in the market. Because really and truly, how you manage every time you hear police, you run with your 1 foot and go down the road with the hand cart, you know, she push hand cart. It's unbelievable. And she get a space in the market. But what me I say is that Mrs. Zeeks come and say, look here, no vending at certain location from Princess Street. And believe you me, the street clear like you could have said right down the road from the corner of West Queen Street, that's all. And you see the sign of no vending, where you, I don't know, people stand up underneath the no vending sign and a sell. You see when Zeke say no vending, when you go down a Princess Street, oh gosh man, you can't go lean up on the sign, man. All them people that get to do that, and the authorities can't do it over a period of time. All them get to do it. Are indiscipline. So, you have parents right now who can't manage them picnic. And them send the picnic to school. You know, say, what would I call you know? My brethren,
Reggie.
No, you know what I call you not then? I call you something else, you know, way closer to me. My son-in-law. I'm a son-in-law. No son-in-law you call him, man. When somebody married to your daughter as well. Son-in-law. All right. Son-in-law, come here so a little bit. Come here so. Me ask you something now. Because I'm going to play this thing, all right? And you say me used to go judges.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you used to go judges, though.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm going to play this and then make we elaborate on where me I play, you know. All right, listen to this now.
The second thing we have to do, members of the JTA, Ministry of Education takes on the challenge with you. It is time that your association, now gone past the crucible of wage negotiations, joins with us and whoever else in saying, not angrily, but resolutely to the society, look here, manage your own children. Do not send Lego beasts to our school and expect us to make the difference.
All right. Lego beast is a term where people use in Jamaica. Just like drunk crow. Just like dirty labor right. When I say dirty labor right, I take it to another heights now. Now the minister, a deacon, a minister of religion, and a minister in a parliament say, don't send the Lego beast them at school. No, technically, who they say Jezebel? Oh, what's your name they call Prime Minister Jezebel? So we just get a piece of card, you know. Say, what's your name they want go over to the other side? It call the Prime Minister Jezebel. So yeah, them keep calling it. If you still don't try to remember the whole of them. Can you remember the black scandal bag thing too? With Siaga and PJ Patterson? Yes. And them that suggest. Them that suggest say him dep on the other side too. Yeah. All of that. Anyway. That statement there, in itself, we understand what I say, you know. We understand what I say. But the terminology we use is not you expect? Because my lady said to me all the while, sometimes she hear me say something on radio, and when me go home in the chat say, yes, I know say what you said right, but you see, oh, you say it kind of not becoming you as a statesperson. Because my wife called me a statesman, you know, she say, oh, yeah, said this thing is not becoming you. So I say, all right, so I listen, because I say nothing when she say, you know, because most of the time she right. But me, you know, as a man, no, me have to go like that, she don't right sometimes. Yeah, that's how, most of the time she right. All right, now. As a judges, man, tell me where you, come here to talk about it. Tell me where them tell you when you got judges and all.
Well, when you go into judges, them tell you that your parents send you here to get a proper education and for us to turn you into men. So no matter how you're indisciplined, no matter how you don't follow rules, or no matter how you're a Lego beast, they always spend time to turn you into that proper man. So that is the whole point of what is called that education at judges. It was always to turn it into that proper man. For the greater glory of God is them motto. Yeah. So whatever you do, so however you come to judges, no matter whether you're a Lego beast
when you leave,
you are a proper man and able to achieve in society.
So what actually I say is that
him view
send the people them come at school, send the Lego beast them come to school, regardless, because you when you go to judges,
we will mold them into.
And him used to go to judges.
Yes, I.
Him used to go to judges. Yes. When you used to go there.
No, years before.
All right. So that no go again then.
No.
Don't send the Lego beast them come out of school. So where you must send the Lego beast them go?
You see, the problem with that is because
you must clear your yard and make the people who gonna work.
The loose people in the community.
The loose people, yeah, bring them up.
That cannot work.
Eh?
Wrong philosophy.
So what you think? What you think? Because you understand what I say? But sending Lego, don't send the Lego beast them go to school. Come on more to the mic, yeah.
I get part of it.
Move out of the way, man. Move out of the way. I can't imagine that still a look back Vibe Cartel body and all that stuff. Yeah.
We get part of the point that I'm trying to make in terms of parents need to grow their children, but you must have to remember that most of the children's waking hour is spent at school. So therefore, it just highlight the problems that we have in terms of teacher to student ratio, where the teachers no longer have enough time to spend with each child, molding them and spending that attention that is needed. So what you have now is almost a wholesale type of education, where you have 40 to 50 children in our class. So those who can adjust, you work with them. Those who can't adjust, you literally push them aside to keep the numbers and the pass rate up. So that philosophy can't work, especially in a country where we need the young people, because young children are just potential. They need a bad nor good. I said that to you, say prefer to be around small children and animals, because them just do however them supposed to act. Yeah. So therefore it is us who are adults and who are parents ourselves have that responsibility.
So you are saying that even if them is Lego bees, send them to the school, because the school is supposed to be equipped enough for farm and fashion the youth in a way that we give them good character, even if the parents fail.
That is it, definitely, and that is the point of school, because they do spend more time at school than at home. So therefore, if we're not dealing with it, we'll lose.
Well, give thanks, Bridget, but I agree with you. You know, and we now take the responsibility out of the parents but we know all the Jamaican system set up here so now. Because them don't want you blame the government for certain things, you know. Because your man say no, yeah, but another government, you know, are the people them. Because you know, all right, you throw the rubbish on the road, and you tell the people them say, look here, don't throw the rubbish on the road, you know, put it in a garbage bin. You put it in a garbage bin, and it there 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, and no garbage truck no come. And at the night, a dog just goes up, whoops, and turn over the garbage in the middle of the road. So, you don't have the responsibility to pack up the garbage. So, it gives you a sense of nonchalantness where you don't say, sure. I throw the garbage out if the garbage man come pick it up and the garbage man not come, Rasta. It's like, you don't have no vibes now if you put the garbage how it's supposed to go. You understand? And them not have nothing to mold the people them. Because when we are telling people them certain things, even though we know say certain things are going on, but it's like them feel we is enemy of the state. I talk about the government, you know. The government feel say me is enemy of, me not an enemy of the state. Me is against the government. Because I don't like how the government run the thing.
They're not responsible. The government is like a responsibility that we see in the whole governance structure, you know. So therefore, you pay your taxes to get things done. Then you hear, yo, you need to go patch the hole in front of your gate.
For yourself.
For yourself.
Yeah.
So it is that sort of thing. The same thing with the health, education. We say we're going to spend 15% on education. Up till now, we don't do that. So we're always having excuses and then expect the people to pick up the slack.
Yeah,
so it's
for them negligence.
Yes, right.
So you can't, a years you try to get electricity in your yard. And you can't get electricity. You decide to say, hey, see a wire over there, so you know. I got chop a wire over there. So then, all of a sudden, the police will come in your yard and ask you to say, why, watch it out. It's either you're going to pay a certain portion of money to GPS, or we're going to lock you up. Right away, you start to have high blood pressure. And you need doctor bill. You need to go to doctor now. So apart from have to go pay the light bill, you have a doctor bill right away, and high blood pressure is a silent killer. Yes, this is the Steppn razor. You know, we have an article here, Sierra Leone. You know, Sierra Leone, Liberia, and Guinea was the three main Ebola affected areas. You know, where them have all things that say, if you go to these three countries, any one of these three countries, you must report it to the immigration authority. Anyway, them say Sierra Leone released its last confirmed Ebola patient from hospital on Monday and began a 42-day countdown to being declared free of the virus, medical sources said. The world's worst known Ebola epidemic has raged in West Africa for more than 18 months, infecting more than 28,000 people and killing more than a third of them. Sierra Leone confirmed its first case in May 2014 and has since recorded the highest number of cases in the region, although neighboring Liberia has suffered more fatalities. So that is something else. Sierra Leone is now in the process of releasing its last confirmed Ebola patient and is now 42-day countdown to being declared free. That means in 42 days, if them don't hear about anymore, they will now say you can go back and travel to Sierra Leone. You know, Sierra Leone was one of the places where Jamaicans went back to repatriate to, in slavery days too. Yes. So here we go now. Here we go.
Pressure them want, make we pressure them. Come make we pressure them. Pressure them to the better we want, so rise for better men. Rise for better men. So come make we pressure them. Pressure them want, make we pressure them. Make we pressure them. Pressure them to the better we want, so rise for better men. Your man say pressure. Babylon wants it all.
Provoking, always smoking, lyrics like a bazooka. You are listening to Mutabaruka.
So now them get big, no give a damn about the small. Babylon wants it all. Red hot, I do not tell them. Another day waste of parliament. Them coming with them careless arguments. But I feel like we got to find a way. For all of this confusion, we got to find solution before we fade away. If I pressure them want, make me pressure them.
Yeah, we'll continue for that tune and try again. Blessed.
Greetings, Muta. Blessed love.
Are you there on the phone and talk on the phone, sister?
I didn't hear you, Godfather.
But no, God.
I didn't hear a word. I just hear music playing.
Look here, me's not Godfather, you know.
You're my Godfather. You forget you're my Godfather. You named me, Sister Farai.
So tell me which God you worship. God, they know me figure out if me a Godfather. Hey, me there with you. Look here now. A long time I don't hear from you, you know.
I wanted to, of course, publicly acknowledge the passing or the transition of our
Nelly Star.
sister, Nelly Star.
Yeah. You know, last week when we hear the news, I say, what? And but we are told that, well, if she don't answer by now, how much she, but we are told that the body is not truly identifiable.
It's not officially identified, but they did find remains because, it's charred remains because the house was burnt down.
Yeah. So how them know, say she?
Well, that is why they're saying that it's not officially done. Because we got a press release from the publicist, Ayola, who's a good friend of her and publicist, to say that even though it's her home and the remains were found, but technically and officially, they have not been tested. But I mean,
but if she didn't hear the news and about the place, she would have done answer Twitter.
Precisely, even for her children's sake.
And for her house, should have did it. Achievement.
Right. So you've had, a lot of musical experience with her. I've had also, a lot of us have.
Yeah, she carried me go to Dominica. She had the first lady carried me go to Dominica.
She took me to Dominica too for the first time and treated me so royally, along with Tony Rebel and Queen Africa for an event. And just in general, the spirit of this sister was really special,
Sweet.
And so a lot of us, she had performed on Woman Vision a couple of times, and a lot of group of us were quite close to Nelly Star.
Yeah.
And so what we are doing on next week Tuesday at Mama Joy's house, 22 Dewsbury Avenue, is doing a tribute, celebrating her life. Starting at 6 o'clock, we're at Mama Joy, so we're inviting persons to come out. Anyone can come. We're going to do musical tributes, personal tributes, music, but just to acknowledge her and her children who are in Jamaica right now.
When is that? Remind me, Tuesday?
It's the 1st of September.
No, 1st of September is what, Tuesday? What day?
Yes, next Tuesday at 22 Dewsbury Avenue, we're at Mama Joy.
Okay.
Most people know Mama Joy's in Barbican, and where they're having the Sankofa sessions. ISET has decided she would give us the space. She usually has an event there on a Tuesday, but we're paying tribute to Nelly through this particular event.
All right.
And her 3 children are here in Jamaica because her 3 children were sent down to her husband. As you know, her husband lives here. And the children were sent down for the summer holidays. So the children will also be there at the event, so we can show them the love that we had for this sister.
Well, so when you hear somebody dead is one thing, but the circumstances in which them dead make it even more terrible for deal it.
The circumstances, man, and it's not just dead, it allegedly she was murdered. They were murdered because herself and also Trevi Felix, who's another great musician, was murdered as well. It's alleged.
All right, so Tuesday everyone can go on Dewsbury. All right? We have to go to the music news. We have to go to the music news.
Yeah, thank you so much, Muta.
Yeah, man, give thanks. Music news.
Yes.
Welcome to music news. It's the news time. Here.
Welcome to Music News. It's Thursday, August 27, 2015. I'm Monique Price. Steppn has collaborated with American rapper T.I. for 2 songs on her upcoming album. Winner of the 5th season of American talent show The Voice says while she's currently working on a new album and traveling to record and perform, fans can expect at least 1 more single before the year ends.
What's next is that we are working on another album. We are in the process of writing with some producers, including Justice Lee, but in particular, we just got back from LA writing with a team called Biscuit and Butter. We should have another single ready for the end of the year. We actually did about 2 songs with T.I., and I think I really like it. It kind of brought out a different kind of vibe. The direction that we've been heading in is more soul.
While advising artists to make the best of each opportunity they get, she confesses that performing in Jamaica is one of her most difficult challenges to date.
As an artist, as a musician, when you're given an amazing opportunity, you work with what you have no matter what. And I believe there's no excuse. I think that with the opportunities that I've gotten in my career, I know for a fact my team and we have done our best and continue to do so. And the fact that we are still working, we're still touring, we're still writing, we're still, putting out music is, I think, a wonderful accomplishment. It's the most nerve-wracking thing for me to perform back home. Because it's the people. Not just at their Christmas, but us as Jamaicans, we know easy to please. No matter if you name who, what, or where.
Yeah, man.
If you know sound good, sound good.
Steppn was talking with Kashima Francis and DJ Bones last evening on eBuzz. Dancehall entertainer Conscience has left the island to perform in Uganda. The entertainer, who spoke to Music News while awaiting his flight to leave, is expected to perform for a crowd of more than 100,000. He says Busy Signal will also be a part of the event.
I'm actually on the flight right now. It's a show in Uganda with Conscience and Busy Signal. Busy already reached over there already about 2 days ago. I just get a chance to go there now. So that is definitely going to be big. The last time it was Conscience and Ali, and I went out about 70,000 people in a stadium with about 40,000 people outside of the stadium. So if I was the main pull, then now you have an artist like Busy Signal. Is what I say. So we're definitely looking forward to some history-making numbers in Uganda, and it's a place that I've been about 3 times. So you don't know how many people them and a busy people them too. So it's going to be a nice vibe. Same reggae and dancehall, all them say dead man. I eat we're going to go sing for people them once again.
Conscience has recently signed with Too Hard Music label and is being managed by Jeremy Harding. Busy Signal has also posted pictures of himself on Instagram being greeted by members of the press and citizens of Uganda, as well as a press conference in the Africa continent. The feud that is brewing between dancehall entertainers Vanessa Bling and Tiana may have been a long time coming. Tiana says Vanessa, whom she was once friends with, disrespected her after she asked Vanessa to make a short appearance in one of her music videos. According to Tiana, the Vybz Kartel protege later apologized to her. However, things turned sour again following a next comment that was made by Bling.
I am a female artist who's real, and I like to deal with real people in the industry, you understand? Because the thing with Vanessa Bling now, we are no longer friends right now because I don't like hypocrites and I don't like traitors. I understand I like people who are real and who speak and who tell it like it is in front of your face. I mean, I did a song called Girl Broadout. I must say, love your man like Lynn Love Addy a year ago, and I asked her to make a cameo appearance in the video. And she passed a comment and saying that, oh, man, I don't know that girl. I was upset. I was like, this girl disrespectful. I mean, but I didn't say anything on that level. Anyways, a couple months after when the whole thing about the whole case with she and Vybz Kartel was going on, she linked my manager and she said, you know, she's one apologize. So she linked me and she apologized for the statements and all of that.
Tiana also explains to Music News that she's the bigger person, and Vanessa Bling's song Future Guaranteed that she contracted was just music.
I mean, come on, look at me. I mean, Gaza Slim is nothing compared to Tiana. You understand? Look at me. If I wanted to take her, man, I could. But, you know, I'm a bigger person, and it's all about the music, and it's all about no future guarantee to a guy who is constantly cheating on you or who is unfaithful. So it's just a counteraction, and you understand the girls are loving it.
Efforts by Music News to reach Vanessa Bling proved futile. However, she responded by posting the news story on her Instagram page with the words, quote, Vanessa Bling already suggests who I am, and that's far from an attention seeker. Why is it that every time someone's career is dying, they feel like they can call my name and try to revamp themselves, end quote. Hey party fans, draw close or turn your radio up for the 411 on What's Poppin' this weekend. Head to Jam World in Portmore on Sunday, August 30 for Lime School Aid. Attractions include amusement park, face painting, marching band, shopping village, phone, internet and cable specials. Children will be treated to free haircuts, health checks, dental checks, tuition scholarships and more. Admission for Lime School Aid is $300 mobile credit. On the international scene, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West have won a lawsuit against one of YouTube's founders, Chad Hurley. Chad allegedly taped the couple's engagement in 2013 secretly and then leaked the video online after he signed a confidentiality agreement. According to media outlet TMZ, Kim and Kanye's lawyer Eric George then filed a lawsuit claiming Chad had manipulated his way into the AT&T park in San Francisco where the event took place. They also claim Chad is desperate to find a second act after selling YouTube. He has agreed to pay $440,000 to the couple. U.S. R&B singer Mario is celebrating his birthday today. And this day in music in 1991, Ziggy Marley and the Melody Makers' album Conscious Party was certified platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. In 2003, P. Diddy was being sued for $5 million by a woman who claimed she was assaulted by a bouncer outside his New York restaurant. This day in music in 2007, Kevin Federline's lawyers asked Britney Spears to pay some of her former husband's legal expenses expenses in their divorce case. And in 2013, Madonna was named the world's top earning celebrity. The 55-year-old made an estimated $125 million.
Pressure them want, make we pressure them. Come make we pressure them, pressure them for the better we want, so rise for better men. Rise for better men, so come make we pressure them want, make we pressure them. Make we pressure them to the better we want, so rise for better men. Yeah, the man said, pressure. Babylon wants it all. Avalanche the wealth and them not share none at all. Babylon wants it all. And as them get elected, them not take no more calls. Babylon wants it all. So now them get big, no give a damn about the small. Babylon wants it all. I do not tell them. Another day we is a parliament. Them coming with them careless arguments. But them feel like we got to find a way. Find a solution. For all of this confusion, we got to find solution. Before we fade away. If I pressure them want, make me pressure them. Make me pressure them to the better we want. So rise for better men. Rise for better men. Come on, make me pressure them want. Make me pressure them. Make me pressure them to the better we want. So rise for better men. Rise. Do you ever walk the streets and dig it and take a look? Oh, poor people can't find food for cook. Not even shoes for foot. Not even school book. While the fish them swimming around, trying not to get hooked. The birds are fly away, I can't take the stone them from the crook. So any day you're ready, prepare for get shook. You don't care about this. But we tell you real revolution. You are listening to Mutabaruka. Pressure them want, make me pressure them. Pressure them, make them feel it. Pressure them, make them feel it. Cause a better we want, so rise for better men. Rise for better men. Tell them rise for better men. Pressure them want, make me pressure them. Make me pressure them. Tell them make me pressure them. Cause a better we want, so rise for better men. Rise. Alright, now we're done here. There's no justice in the system. No.
Well, we're on a Gallic announcement. I know Alpha School, yes, is accepting applications for young men 16 and 18 years. Music program, performance, production and recording training. General focuses on maths and English. That is Alpha Y School, a school that has done so much for the music industry and fraternity. Alpha now accepting application for young men 16 to 18. Music program, performance, production, plus recording, training, general focuses on maths and English. Must be Kingston resident. Apps available at 26 South Camp Road. TRN plus birth certificate requires to apply. All right. So TRN and birth certificate. 16 year will have TRN number too.
I think so.
And them can't vote. That is interesting. Yeah. Available at 26 South Camp Road. TRN plus birth certificate required to apply. School, the number is 928-1345. So you can give them a call if you're interested between 16 and 18 years old. If you're interested to go learn about music, recording, training, production and all these things. That's Alpha School, South Camp Road. Very interesting thing that, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Muta.
Yeah, man, step in.
Blessing. This is Juliana calling from Atlanta. I'm glad to hear that lady was talking about Nelly. I don't know Nelly, but I know of her because our Kingman brother Ray play bass with me.
Oh yeah.
And yes, and I just know about this 2 days ago. He knows about it from Thursday.
Yeah, from Thursday.
Hello?
No, it's from Thursday. Well, actually, I didn't hear about it before Thursday, and then when I came on the radio last week, I said it, you know.
Yeah, he deliberately didn't tell me about it because I was using his bass rig for the festival, the Health and Wellness Reggae Music Festival on Saturday, and he said he didn't tell me because he knew I was gonna take it hard and all of that. Yeah. But I was with Kofi today, Ross Kofi, and the production manager at 89.3 because we're talking about doing a benefit here to help them out, the family, because Ray, the bass player, his brother is 4 years older than him, you know, and he's real close to us here. And I was going to call her. I didn't even know that she was so well known in Jamaica.
Yeah, man, and she came go Dominica the first time I go there, she came go there, man.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna keep you abreast as to what's going on here because I'm gonna be meeting with Ross Kofi again.
Wait. Remember, I said she spent a whole heap of time in Jamaica, you know.
Yes, that's what I heard. Like I said, I never know of her, but because Ray, our brother-in-law, play bass with me, that is how I come to. And then when I went on YouTube last night, I see they have a serious body at work. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know I didn't know anything. I heard Ray talk about his brother, but I've never really hinted them like that. Their work, I just start checking them out, and it's very grievous to me that we just cannibalizing each other. I don't know what happened, Muta, but it just hurt my spirit, man. Like seriously. So I'm compelled to do something, you know?
Yeah, man. Give thanks, brethren.
All right, Muta. Keep up good work.
Yeah, man. Give thanks.
As the voice of the people, it is incumbent on us as artists to talk up the things them every time. First, I want to address the big man them who impregnate young children and then kill them after. We must allow these girls to celebrate their womanhood and celebrate Women's Day. Once you go minor, your sentence should be major. And what really are going with the bank then? Why so many different charges? Them charge you for change a check. Them charge you for get a bank statement. Why loan interest so high? And your saving interest so low? Soon and very soon poor people can't go into the bank. And it's like how we pass all these IMF tests. Make sure we pass putting food on people's table test too. And why you realize that the ganja decriminalization is different from the ganja legalization. If them find you with more than 2 ounces, straight jail you gone again. All know Peter touch words, them not come to pass. We need some more action. You see all the madness we have take place in our island. We still behave like it's nothing wrong. We still gallivant daily, flirt with the most dangerous element in our society, play the worst music to inspire the young people them in a negative way. And if you talk about it too much, people just laugh or say you come from a different planet. Or them call you morality police. Look how we slaughter one another like we are animals. Is that the only solution to our differences? Check with parliamentarians. We're supposed to behave with a certain decorum. A beer skittle warmongering behavior at the order of the day. Them not lead by no example. So it's kind of hard for them galvanize the people. Now on to the annual Riverton landfill fire. Why can't we put measures in place to prevent this occurrence? And why don't we engage the people in the community? Have equipments on spot, so if anything should occur, we can deal with it immediately. We can't be penny wise and pound foolish. It happens over and over again. Whenever the fire they start, school lockdown, people can't get to go to work. Productivity come to a halt. And by the way, we really know what kind of chemical are burned down the side of the air and people are inhale it all the time. That they must compromise the health, man. We have to do something about that, and we can't be a bunch of individuals in denial. Collectively,
We have to make a positive contribution to the change for the betterment of Jamaica land we love.
Yeah, the man called Tony Rebel coming through. Yes, Steppn.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, yes.
Oh, hello. Mutabaruka, how you doing? My name is Ken Taylor. I'm an admirer of yours. I should call you the great Mutabaruka.
Yeah, that's my first name, Great Mutabaruka. Great is my first name.
Right. Yeah, I get it. I've taken you on as kind of a mentor, even though we're like almost contemporaries. I think I'm like a year or two younger than you. But I'm calling you about something you had said on the radio a while back. I'm calling you from New York also. I'm in Harlem right now.
Okay.
I was born in Jamaica, but you can tell by my voice, but I didn't grow up there. But I've been up here a long time.
Look here, you have people who just go to the airport and talk like you know. Don't feel no way.
Yeah, you had mentioned that you might be planning a group to go to the Gambia next year.
Yeah, and, it's a regular every 2 years. Every 2 years them have it, yes.
Yeah, but didn't you say you were going to like charter a plane?
No, I said that if they had enough people leaving from Jamaica, the Gambians them is willing to have a plane sent here. When it reaches stage, when a young lady and look at you and say, me have all of the receipt them for me here and my ear.
Yeah, man.
No, Rasta. I want the program soon done, you know, because no, the young lady say, me have the receipt from my ear, me have the receipt of my yard. Why, me I tell you,
Mota.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, the for the last lap now, you understand? So, here goes. So, you might destroy the Jamaican landscape and I call it development. Well, me I say the mining of the toxic mountain, a pure madness, wickedness.
Pretty soon it's another debate. Don't spill no blood for put no food on them plate. If them want my vote, them have to pay up front. For years and years and not no month. Me said the last time me check, me see them credit done. The last time me check, me said that no money, no fun. You got to define what you give for my vote. What you give for my vote.
They playing it all over, playing it all over.
No referee, and the message gets colder.
Know them plan. Take a stand.
No referee, stupidity gets colder. Life is so wild, it's the struggles that I discovered. Trying to make yourself surface color coded and confined. The war continues, the battle to see who will get over. Always and only the team behind the plan. They feel so clever in their upper level. We forever love and die, you crazy little devil. You show no respect for existence and his people. Said the Lion of Judah with the bass and the treble.
They playing it all over, playing it all over.
No referee, and the message gets colder.
Know them plan. Take a stand.
No referee, stupidity gets colder.
And soon them a come knock on your door again. I go on like you and them a friend. But we know them plan. Destroying the land.
Pretty soon it's another debate. Don't spill no blood, we put no food on them plate. If them want my vote, them have to pay up front. For years and years and not no month. Me said the last time me check, me see them credit done. The last time me check, me said
take a stand.
No referee, stupidity get voted.
So here's the question. What we gonna do to save the land from their evil plan? Land is the basis of power. If you do have no land, you do have no power.
Thought-provoking, always smoking. Lyrics like a bazooka. You are listening to Mutabaruka.
Look how much people did last year. I think things will get better. Especially like them out of election a year. Well, Jamaica land we love. You're coming with the next election, I don't know why. Trying to catch the people with more lies. The whole country mess up, you don't have no eye. You're telling pure lie, you're telling pure lie, you're telling pure lie. Children gone to school, them really are trying. The books and uniform price them so high. Now them dip on street, a wet and a dry. Them really a try, them really a try, them really a try. Too much how we youth them just a die. Parents can't feed them, the picnic a cry.
That's really rocking, you know.
Them a swallow drugs and a fly. And you know why, you know why, you know why. Everybody afraid of police, that no lie. People not trust the police, them know why. Cause every time you dead, you hear pure lie. And you know why, you know why, you know why. The people need opportunity, that no lie. Too much corruption, I run with dry. Well, I'm not telling you, man, so many things are going on in the country. They follow them politicians, you know. Tell you, man, look how much people did last year. I think things will get better. Especially like them out of election a year. Well, Jamaica land we love. You're coming with the next election, I don't know why. Trying to catch the people with more lies. The whole country mess up, you don't have no eye. You're telling pure lie, you're telling pure lie, you're telling pure lie.
It's hard to imagine that Hollywood hasn't jumped all over this. You would think it would be box office gold because it's part Spartacus and part Braveheart and part Amistad and part Glory with a little bit of Dances with Wolves thrown in. A story decades long of oppression and freedom fighting. I don't understand why there hasn't been more attention to John Horse and the Black Seminoles, but hopefully we can correct this. John Horse and the Black Seminoles deserve to be remembered for a number of reasons. They created the largest haven in the U.S. South for runaway slaves. They led the largest slave revolt in U.S. history. They secured the only emancipation of rebellious slaves prior to the U.S. Civil War, and they formed the largest mass exodus of slaves across the United States, moving from the Florida Everglades through Indian Territory, what would become Oklahoma, eventually locating in Mexico, where they secured title to their own land. It's a remarkable story. It's overlooked not just by filmmakers, it's not well known in popular culture, and in fact it's been overlooked by historians of slavery, if you can believe it. In the early 18th century, two groups in particular fled the colonial South into Spanish Florida, into the Everglades. One of these groups were Seminoles, who were migrating from the various colonies, just trying to avoid white encroachment, basically, trying to move someplace that white colonists weren't. And the other group was runaway slaves, people who were fleeing and trying to create a free life for themselves. Both were welcome in Florida. And in fact, the Spanish crown offered runaway slaves their freedom if they would defend the land for the crown, for the Spanish. So a mixed society emerged in the Everglades of intermarriage, family intermingling between these runaway slaves and the Seminoles. And in fact, the first legally sanctioned black free town in the North American continent was in the Spanish Florida Everglades. After the American Revolution, people living in the southern states didn't really like living that close to a large armed population of former slaves, particularly when they were in league with the local Native American nation, the large armed group of free Seminoles. And they knew that their own slaves felt free to run away and be harbored by this group. They knew that they were welcomed. And so from George Washington's administration on, there was questions of what do we do about the problem of the Florida Everglades. In 1818, this was James Monroe's administration, General Andrew Jackson actually moved into Florida, invaded it, not authorized to do so. He was actually pursuing justice against those who'd attacked Fort Scott in Georgia, but he did it anyway. He went into Florida and claimed it for the United States. When he seized the peninsula, he took the opportunity to execute some of the people who opposed him and also to clean out some of the areas of former slaves and Seminoles because he felt that this would make it better for annexation. The United States then soon actually bought Florida from the Spanish. When Jackson became president, he decided to make sure that the black Seminole communities were moved out by force. So he pursued this in his policy, his larger policy of Indian removal. This led to the Second Seminole War, which was 1835 to 1842, and became the largest and costliest of the so-called Indian wars. Because the two communities were tied together, that is, the former slaves and the Seminoles, when the Seminoles were attacked in the Seminole War, this led to an uprising of the former slaves. In April of 1836, black Seminoles and their Indian allies moved together to create what was the largest slave rebellion in U.S. history. This wasn't just a matter of runaway slaves. More than 385 plantation slaves ran away from their masters and joined the black Seminoles, essentially in laying waste to the Florida sugar mills, which were some of the most valuable areas, plantations in the whole continent. One Seminole leader at the time was the leader Osceola, who is justly remembered by history. Another leader who rose up at this time was John Horse, who was ethnically a black Seminole, and who would ultimately lead his people on a long and trying exodus for their freedom. In 1838, John Horse and the black Seminoles agreed to stop fighting the U.S. government in exchange for moving to what was then considered to be Indian Territory, which is now today the state of Oklahoma, and for legal recognition of their freedom. So despite the fact many of them were runaway slaves, they would have the opportunity to start over again as free individuals. Once they moved from the Everglades to Indian Territory, however, they found that their freedom was under attack, both by whites and by other Native Americans. In 1848, a decade after they had made the agreement with the U.S. government, the U.S. Attorney General announced that the government never had the authority, the power to recognize their freedom. And in fact, they were still, those who had been slaves, still enslaved. This was like opening season on them, basically declaring that they were there for the picking. And so they did the only thing they could do. They fled once again. Without security in Indian Territory, Horse and his Seminole ally Coacuchi promptly went to Mexico, where slavery was already illegal and had been for a couple of decades. There, Horse became famous as a general in the Mexican army, and his people found a way to make a life. Once they relocated to Mexico, things changed. When slave catchers from the Republic of Texas went over the border to try to find the runaway slaves, now free men, they met resistance not only from the Black Seminoles, but also from the Mexicans and the Mexican army itself. Eventually, the Black Seminoles, led by Horse, gained legally recognized Mexican land, nacimiento. Why isn't this recognized today? Well, for one thing, historians tend to be historians of Native American history or historians of slavery, but there's not many that move among these subjects, and it's a bit confusing because you have both the issue of runaway slaves and the issue of Native Americans kind of blended together, so it seems to fall through the cracks. Tradition is that Nat Turner's rebellion is the big turning point in the history of slavery and slave revolt, but that happened before the rebellion of the Black Seminoles, so it doesn't really fit the traditional trajectory. And perhaps most importantly, it really represents a blemish on U.S. history, not only because of the poor treatment of Native America as represented by the Seminole War, not only the poor treatment of African Americans through the device of slavery, but also because this group really did manage to negotiate a separate peace with the U.S. government, and 10 years later the government turned their backs on them. So it's, in multiple ways, a difficult story for people of the United States to tell. But it's worth remembering that a community of freedom fighters trekked from Florida to Oklahoma to Mexico and found, ultimately, peace and freedom and prosperity in lives that they could direct as their own. I recommend highly the website johnhorse.com for more information.
Look how much good work Boudreaux and Sizzler them do around here. So you come like say any of the youth them not try behave like Michael Jackson. Any of the youth them not bleach out, you come like them can't go now, like them stuck right there. So like them I say, we're not great enough, but just bleach off on yourself now. Just change. Just change out like Michael. Change out in something else. Try to change your complexion. When you get brown and more opportunity, then you can get on a Grammy and where you deserve. But once you need the black skin or whatsoever, once you have the melanin so strong, we are just fighting around and pushing it down and tell lie upon you. So if you don't mind sharp, I just death and destruction, prison and them thing that them have for the youth them, you know. Like if we're not brown like thing there, we're not brown like that brown artist there, the next brown artist. They don't know what I talk about. So them alone forget Grammy because them brown and them red. And I know the majority of them out, the 3 or 4 of them put together can make one a Sizzler or one a Boudreaux. You know long more I see them for telling this.
Good afternoon. It's Thursday, August 27. I am Hal Shane Burke.
And I'm Cheryl Johnson.
From IRFM's News Center, here are the headlines.
Young professional arms of both major political parties say the machinery is ready for the next general election.
Police High Command expresses profound sadness at death of Constable Xavier DaCosta.
Man convicted of raping 5 females in Irwin Point, St. James, appealing his sentence.
Decomposed body of female found in shallow grave in St. James.
Education Minister urges tertiary institutions to allow students to pay their tuition in installments.
And coming up in sports, Usain Bolt posts world-leading 9.55 seconds to beat Justin Gatlin in the men's 200 meters final to claim second gold medal at IWF World Championships in Beijing, China.